seen a lot of artists on YouTube make workspace tours, and I know they're pretty stereotypical, but I've always loved watching them, especially when I was trying to decide how to set up my own desk, so I thought I'd make my own. So here's a general overview of my art area. So in this corner I have a lot of different things. In this tray I just have a lot of papers, and down in there is my sketchbook. Here I have my travel sketchbook, which doesn't have anything in it yet. This is my eraser tin, where I keep all of my different erasers. On the top I've got some little erasers like this that are just for fun. They're the puzzle kind that come apart. I also have a stapler, which comes in handy for stapling things. I have these that I use to pin my art. I have this tape for taping things up. Then here I just have pens that I use for writing, as well as these highlighter kind of things. Here I have my Amazon Echo. I don't use it a lot, but I'm hoping to learn how to use it better. In this bin, I have various pencils, liners, pens that I use for drawing that I generally use every day. Then I also have the erasers that I like to use, which are a Westcott white eraser, a kneaded eraser, and this black eraser. I'm not entirely sure the brand since it's mostly worn away, but it works very well. I also have sticky notes, the smaller kind, a bunch of those. I guess you would call this a manual pencil sharpener. Then I also have this electric pencil sharpener, as well as some whiteout and just various things like a charger. Back here I have my plant, which is currently dying, some duct tape. Then down here I have this can of Silly Putty from Christmas that I really like to play with sometimes. Next I have my Alt light. This is a light that's supposed to show the true colors that you're using and how they would show up in a normal lighting. It's very nice for seeing how colors go together. It's also very nice for at night when I don't have the white light of the sun and I instead have the yellow indoor lights. It provides a nice natural lighting for those times. This is my Cintiq tablet. I actually have it mounted on an easel since the VESA mount from the arm didn't match up with the Cintiq, since it's not compatible for a VESA mount. So I mounted it to this easel and I have the Cintiq resting on the easel. It's very nice and I can still move it around very easily. Here I have my laptop as well as my keyboard down here. And this is just a wrist pad thing for my keyboard so that my arms don't get too sore from typing a lot. I don't actually type that often, but when I do have to type a lot for school or something, it comes in handy. My keyboard is a Razer Chrome Light, I believe. It changes colors and it's very fun to watch. My laptop is sitting on a cooling stand, so if it ever gets overheated, I can actually turn on the fan and it will cool off the laptop with some fans underneath there. And it has this appendage that I have my Cintiq pens on, as well as my drawing glove and this green cleaning cloth. Then here I have this clothing pin snapped to the cooling stand, and this is where I hang my headphones. These are very comfortable. They're from Sadie's and they also change colors. Then here I just have my phone charging, and then this notebook over here is my bullet journal. Here I just write down all the things that I'm doing from day to day, and I check them off as I go. This is how I keep track of all the things that I need to do. In these drawers I keep my Copics as well as my watercolors. This drawer has my reds, my yellows, my greens, my yellow greens, and my blue greens. While this drawer has my blues and my grays, as well as various watercolor materials that I use, such as this palette and these sponges for my brushes. I really like to use these brushes for painting. They're from Pentel and they actually have water in the handle, I guess that's what you would call this. And when you take off the cap, and you squeeze it, the water comes out, and that way you don't have to have a jar of water or anything. You can just have it in there. In this drawer tower, I have the rest of my Copics in this drawer. Here I have my violets and blue violets, and here I have my red violets. Here I have all of my E's. I had so many that I had to put them in 2 containers. Here I have more watercolors, such as this box set and these palettes. In this drawer I have paper, such as this cardstock paper that I use quite a lot. This is more cardstock paper here, just the bigger size. And here is colored paper, which is nice for mounting things. And this is just some decorative paper that I got at Michael's. To the side of this drawer unit, I have some paper pads, such as that watercolor pad and the Bristol board pad. And this is a light box. It's really more of a light pad. It's very lightweight. It's very nice to have. I don't use it as much as I would like to, but it comes in handy when I do need one. Then above my drawer unit, I have this, which holds my Prismacolor markers as well as some Bic markers, which I don't use a lot, but I have a lot of different colors, so I should use them more often. I also have this watercolor palette, which I also don't use that often, which is why it's down here. And then some various jars back there for watercolor when I'm not using my Pentels. Down here I have my Prismacolor color pencils. I don't use these a lot, but I do have them to where I can get to them easily when I do want to use them. This drawer unit over here is right by my desk, so it has a lot of the things that I use often. In the top drawer I have various pens and these brush markers from Michael's, as well as my Copic multi-liners. Then I have my Micron liners and other liners in here, as well as some sticky notes and rulers and scissors. In this drawer I have more scissors, just various markers and pens and pencils of different kinds that I don't use too often. I have these from New York that I like to keep here just to look at. Another ruler, an extra kneaded eraser back there, more sticky notes. And down here I have some rubber bands as well as these fine liners in different colors. I don't use these a lot because they bleed with Copics and with watercolors, but they are nice for detailing. And then I have this awesome pencil pouch that I will use eventually. I love it with all these cats. I think it's hilarious. Then this is my tech drawer. It's a little messy. I just have various things, like this is my disc thing where I put discs in. I'm not really sure the proper name for it. Here are some old headphones, some chargers, my old mouse that is still working, but it's just not the best. Then I have this that has my USBs with all of my things from my old computer, as well as things that I need but don't want to have on my new computer. And then just some various charging cords, things like that. It's a little messy, but I don't use most of these things too often, so I don't mind. Bottom drawer I have Manga Studio 5, which is now Clip Studio Paint. I like this program a lot, but it has a lot of updates, so that's something to watch out for if you don't want to constantly be updating your software. Then I also have my iPad in here, which needs to be charged. So various papers, toned tan paper, a notepad, more Bristol paper. I have Portal in here, as well as another sketchbook back there, some CDs, and just various pens and pencils in the back. Then I have another tin from Holland like the other one, but this one doesn't have anything in it. here to the side of my desk, I have some art reference books as well as an extra sketchbook, a box with some office supply things, and then here I have my bullet journal things in that pink box. So that is the end of my art desk tour. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe so you can see when I post a new one. Leave a comment with any ideas for future videos or drawings as well. Also, a huge shout out to my friend Johnum, who composed the lovely music here in the background. He is so talented and you should definitely check out his SoundCloud. I'll leave a link in the description. Again, thanks so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!